Level 1. The 1L Summer Intern. Everything is paid for. The firm wants you to feel wealthy before you've earned anything. You're 22. First year of law school isn't even finished. Somehow you're here. Kirkland, Cravath, Skadden. One of the names your professor said with a specific kind of reverence. You got the summer offer after 2 rounds of interviews and a callback that lasted 6 hours. The firm pays you $3,800 a week for a summer. You do the math 3 times because the number doesn't feel real. It isn't real. It's a recruitment tool. 10 weeks of dinners, rooftop events, Broadway tickets, and interesting work designed to make you believe this is what the job actually looks like. It isn't what the job looks like. Your work is research memos, clean, bounded assignments with clear parameters and reasonable deadlines. A partner reviews your memo. He tells you it's excellent. Maybe it is. Maybe he says that to every intern. You don't know yet how to tell the difference. At the end of 10 weeks, they take you into a conference room. 2 minutes. A callback offer for full time. You accept before they finish the sentence. You go back to law school. You stop paying attention in class. You already have the job. That's the first mistake you make in a career that will reward precision above everything. Level 2. The first year associate. The offer was real. The summer was not. You're 25. 3 years of law school. $210,000 in student loans. You pass the bar on your first attempt. Your base salary is $225,000. The number felt enormous until you divided it by the hours. The billing clock starts on day 1. You bill in 6-minute increments. Every task gets a time entry. Client call, 0.3 hours. Contract review, 2.4 hours. Email responding to a question you weren't qualified to answer but answered anyway, 0.2 hours. At the end of every day, you fill in your timesheet. The minimum is 2,000 billable hours a year. 2,000 billable hours requires roughly 2,800 hours at your desk. That's 54 hours a week, every week, including the weeks with holidays, including the weeks you're sick. You are never sick. Sick is unbillable. Your actual work is document review and due diligence. You read contracts, hundreds of them. You look for specific clauses, flag specific language, compile everything into a memo that a senior associate will read and summarize for the partner. Your name is not on the partner's summary. Your name is on the timesheet. That's where you exist in this building. You eat at your desk. You bill for the thinking you do in the cab home. You wake up at 3 a.m. remembering a clause you may have missed, and you send an email immediately because the client is always the priority, and the client doesn't care that it's 3 a.m. Your law school friends at government agencies leave at 5 p.m. You try not to think about this. Level 3, the mid-level associate, years 3 through 5. You know what you're doing now. That makes it worse. You're 28. Salary stepped up to $280,000 under lockstep. Lockstep means everyone at your level earns the same regardless of performance. This sounds fair. It means the associate next to you who bills 100 fewer hours takes home the same number. You try not to think about this either. You have your own clients now, small ones the partners hand down when the matter isn't important enough for their attention. You handle them start to finish. You write the briefs, you run the calls, you make the decisions. When it goes well, the partner takes the relationship. When it goes wrong, the partner takes your explanation. You are too senior to be protected, too junior to have leverage. This is the most dangerous place in a law firm. Senior associates above you are fighting for partnership. Partners above them are fighting for clients. You are the layer that absorbs everything that falls. Your billing target went up. 2,100 hours now. The math gets worse every year. You start to understand the up or out system for what it actually is. Not a meritocracy, a pressure valve. The firm makes money on associates, lots of it. The longer they can keep you billing before the partnership decision, the better. 7 years of billing at your rate generates significant revenue. Partnership is expensive. Every year they delay it, the economics favor them. You know this. You keep billing. Level 4, the senior associate. The decision is coming. You can feel it in every conversation. You're 31. Salary is $370,000. You've been here 6 years. One more, and the partnership committee convenes. Your name will be on a list. The committee will discuss that list. Someone in that room will advocate for you, or they won't. You need a champion, not a supervisor, a champion. A partner who has enough political capital to stand up in that room and argue your case when someone else argues against it. You spend the year identifying who that person is and making yourself indispensable to them. This is called business development. It is actually politics with a billing requirement attached. You work on the biggest matters now. Billion-dollar M&A transactions, high-stakes litigation. The clients are household names. The pressure is unlike anything the first-year version of you could have processed. A drafting error at this level doesn't get corrected, it gets litigated. You haven't taken a real vacation in 3 years. Real means more than 4 days. More than 4 days, and the emails accumulate into an emergency. Emergencies in law firms always happen while you're unreachable. You stop trying to be unreachable. 1 in 10 senior associates makes equity partner. You have done the math. You do it again anyway. It doesn't change. The committee meets in 4 months. Level 5, the counsel. The committee met. The answer wasn't yes. It wasn't no either. That's the part nobody prepares you for. You're 33. They call you counsel. It sounds like a promotion. It isn't. Counsel is the firm's way of keeping a valuable billing machine without giving it equity. You generate too much revenue to lose. You have too little political capital to make partner. Counsel is the resolution to that equation. Your salary is $420,000, more than any associate on the floor. You have your own clients, your own matters, your own small piece of the firm's reputation. On paper, it looks like progress. On paper, a lot of things look like progress. The associates treat you differently now, respectfully, carefully. The way you treat someone whose situation you don't fully understand and don't want to ask about directly. They know counsel isn't partnership. They don't know if it's a stepping stone or a destination. Neither do you. That's the honest answer. Nobody tells you which one it is because the firm benefits from the ambiguity. You stop counting years. Counting years was an associate habit. Associates count toward the partnership decision. You already had yours. What you're counting toward now is less clear. Your billing target is 1,900 hours, slightly less than senior associate. The reduction felt generous when they announced it. You billed 2,200 last year anyway, because the work doesn't stop arriving just because your title changed. Some counsel make partner eventually, 5-6 years after the first decision. You know 2 people this happened to. You also know 11 people it didn't happen to. You do the math. You stop doing the math. You open the next document. You bill 0.3 hours. Level 6, the non-equity partner. They made you partner. That's the good news. The other news follows immediately after. You're 36. Non-equity partner. The title is real. The ownership isn't. You don't have a stake in the firm's profits. You earn a fixed salary, a very large one, $600,000 base plus performance bonuses. But when the firm has a record year, you don't share in the upside. You are a salaried employee with a better business card. Clients don't know the difference. Clients see partner and respond accordingly. You have full client relationships now. You bring in your own work. You manage your own team. From the outside, you look identical to an equity partner. From the inside, the distinction matters enormously, and everyone pretends it doesn't. The equity partners know who you are. They know what you are. The way a homeowner knows which neighbors are renting. Polite, collegial. Never quite the same conversation. Your billing target is 1,800 hours. Lower than associate level. High enough that the clock still runs your life. You are past the stage where you track every 6 minutes consciously. Now it's automatic. You look at your phone and calculate. You sit in your daughter's school play and calculate. 30 minutes, 0.5 hours, unbillable. The word unbillable has started to feel like a moral judgment. The equity partnership review is in 2 years. You are building toward it. Business development, client origination, political capital with the right people in the right practice groups. You have done this before. You know how it works. You know it doesn't always work regardless of merit. You keep building anyway. What else would you do? Level 7, the equity partner. You own a piece of this firm now, a small one, but yours. You're 41. Your compensation is tied to the firm's profits. Good year, $1.4 million. Great year, $2.1 million. Your draw is taken monthly. The rest arrives in a lump sum that requires its own financial advisor to manage correctly. The money is real. Everything else about this level is also more real than you expected. You are responsible for clients entirely now, not just matters, relationships. When a client calls at 10 p.m. on a Friday, it's your phone that rings. When a deal falls apart, it's your name on the relationship. When a client leaves for a competing firm, the partners look at you across the table with the specific expression that means they're being supportive and assigning blame simultaneously. Your billing target went up. You expected it to go down. it went up. Partners originate and bill. The origination is new. The billing never stop. You have 12 associates and 2 counsel working under you. Their careers run through your relationships. Their bonuses depend on your client base. You think about this when a client threatens to leave. You don't think about it long. Thinking about it doesn't help. Keeping the client helps. You made equity, partner. 1 in 10 senior associates gets here. You are the one. You sit in the committee meetings now. You read the lists. You discuss the names. Last week, a senior associate's name came up. Smart, hardworking, 7 years in. The numbers were good. The relationships were almost there. Almost. You said almost isn't enough. Not yet. You heard yourself. You recognized the logic. You used to be on the other side of it. You voted with the committee. The rotation. Right now, a 1L is sitting in an interview room on the 42nd floor. She went to Yale. Her grades are exceptional. Her summer experience is exactly what the callback committee wanted to see. She's been preparing for this interview for 3 weeks. She has answers ready for every question. She's smart enough to make them sound unrehearsed. She's going to get the offer. Of course she is. They'll take her to a rooftop dinner. She'll bill it as networking later when she doesn't know any better. The food will be extraordinary. The partners will be charming. The city will look the way cities look when someone else is paying. She'll accept before the summer ends. She'll come back after the bar. She'll sit at a desk with a timesheet open on one screen and a contract on the other. The clock will start, 6 minutes at a time. It always does.